Hey everybody, Max from GameFace here. Wanted to do something a little different today. Our game room is finally all set up. The room that we record in and play video games in, stream in. For anyone who doesn't know, Lynn and I moved into our first house earlier in the year, and we've been pretty busy moving in and renovating things and just kind of getting everything the way we want it. So now that everything's finally done, I wanted to do a little video and kind of just show off the new room to you guys, the GameFaceSpace, where we'll be doing our recording, streaming, editing, and everything in between. It's been a few months of headaches with renovations and everything, and in the meantime, I know GameFace videos have been a little spotty here and there. We didn't update for like a month in August just because that was when this room was getting done, so it was kind of the peak of everything being crazy. I couldn't even really use my computer while that was going on. Either way, all that is over and done with, so I did just want to kind of show you the space. So kind of in the corner there, we got the main computer area. I bought some new monitors, I got a new desk, and I bought a new TV to mount to the wall, which we'll be using for when we're recording. The desk itself has a little part that slides out with the mics on it, so when we're recording and streaming and everything, we'll kind of be sitting where I am now and looking up the TV at the game or whatever's going on there. It's pretty convenient. I like it so far. Of course, I bought 2 new monitors for the setup, and while this room was getting set up, one of my cats decided to bite the side of it, and it's garbage now. I had to throw it out, so that was really annoying. I remember when we first got everything in this room set up, and I set up everything with making sure all my wires were nice and neat, and just turned on the computer for the first time just to find the screen completely bugged out. I was a little upset, but it is what it is. Cats eat things. Not a big deal, but it was a little stressful. And in the back of the room, we've bought a bunch of new shelves to fit all our games and special editions, some figures and stuff on as well. It's pretty cool to have it in the same room as all the GameFace stuff, just like all the games that Lynn and I have collected throughout our lives. It's really cool to see it all in one spot. In the past, our setup was either in our living room, or we had a room set up for GameFaceSpace, but it felt kind of like an office, just sitting, looking at a computer monitor playing a game. It doesn't have that sit with your friends on the couch kind of feel that I want the channel to be. So I think I've kind of found a balance of what I was going for in here with just kind of everything I need all in one spot, but still kind of has a chill vibe to it and just kind of a fun place to be in. So I'm looking forward to spending more time in here, recording, editing, streaming, and just playing games with Lynn. I also got the VR in here as well, so I set that up last night and tried it out for the first time, playing a little Beat Saber on the Vive. That was good, except I dropped one of the controllers and broke it, so gotta figure that out. I mean, the room's a little small for everything I want it to be, but I think it is pretty cozy, and I think it will work for everything I wanted it to do. I feel like I'll be more motivated to spend time in here playing games and working on GameFace content, recording, streaming, editing, and everything in between, so that's awesome. It's a bit of a small space for everything I wanted to put in here, but I think it'll work out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out in the end. Of course, I didn't even come close to fitting all the figurines and everything that Lynn and I have collected. Most of those are upstairs in cabinets. I'll maybe show you a little peek of them up there. It'd have to be a pretty big room to set all that up in here. And while kind of the goal was to make this the nerdiest room in the house, I think I still have accomplished that pretty well. But besides all that, I think the room is pretty much done. I just have a couple pieces of art I want to hang on the walls. I kind of want to get a little media shelf underneath the TV to put consoles. Right now I just kind of put them on the floor and have them hang there, and that'll be pretty much it. I might even get another shelf over there, just a little small one, just to kind of finish the look of all the shelves in the corner showing off all our games and paraphernalia, but I think that'll be it. So I came across some retro game stands on Kickstarter that I was pretty interested in by a company called Syncoplay, and asked if maybe he could send a few samples my way so I could kind of show them off on the channel, and he was down for it, so that was really cool, and I want to thank Joe for that. And I do want to show you guys the retro stands in question, because I do think they make the retro games in the collection stand out a lot more than just slapping them on the shelf, and they're very versatile, very usable. When I got them in the mail, I was messing around with them, different games that you can put on. The main stands that he has on the Kickstarter are the main kind of retro cartridge games, like NES, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Sega Genesis, Master System, and I think a couple other ones that fit on it there. The ones that he sent me, I got a couple of my Nintendo 64 games on, but I also did test it out with the Super Nintendo and the Genesis, and I'm really happy with them. I actually did put a pledge through to the Kickstarter, and I'm gonna get probably 10 of these things and just have all my retro games displayed this way. I think it'll really make the collection pop, and it'll be really nice to be able to just, grab a game instead of looking through it trying to figure out what you're looking for, if you know what I mean. I like how they're designed to show off the label art of each individual game as you're looking at the collection. It really makes it stand out. It's very cool. I know they have a bunch of stretch goals on their Kickstarter as well, and I think the one they're currently going towards is for retro handheld games, so Game Boy Advance, Game Boy, Sega Game Gear, things like that. And he did send me a couple of those as well, which I have my Game Boy Advance games on, and they look pretty slick too. With my old handheld games, I never really even bothered to display those because they just don't look very nice on a shelf, just all stacked up. But with these stands, like, they really look nice on the shelf, so I'm definitely gonna have them out now. I've always found with handheld games that they don't really look that nice on a shelf, so I usually do just have them like all tucked away in a drawer or something, just kind of like fumbling through them when I want to play one. With the handheld game stands, they really do stand out on a shelf, so I'm really hoping that they'll be able to meet that Kickstarter. I think there's only like a couple days left, unfortunately, but if they did make that, I would definitely pick some up. They just really make your collection stand out, and I think that's awesome. He also sent me a couple stands he was planning for disc-based games as well, like Nintendo Switch, you know, like everything in between, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, anything disc-based, basically. I found that they're pretty much the perfect size to put like an old Game Boy Advance box on, which I thought looks really nice, so I think that's how I'll be displaying mine for the time being. So if you're interested in anything like that, be sure to check out their Kickstarter, just Syncoplay.com, and it'll bring the Kickstarter right up, I believe. If it's something you're interested in, I'd definitely recommend throwing a pledge their way and get some of these stands for yourself. So yeah, let me know if you'd like to see everything once it's all completely set up with like all the new stands I get from the Kickstarter and everything like that. I think it's gonna look pretty sharp. So I hope you did enjoy this little tour of the new GameFaceSpace and everything in between. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out Syncoplay if you haven't done so already. I do want to quickly thank everybody who's continued to support us over the years, especially during these kind of hiatus periods when we go off the face of the earth for a little bit. Sometimes, you know, real life gets in the way and it does stop us from making videos every day, and whenever that happens I feel really bad and I miss it like hell, but we always come back and you guys are always here waiting for us, and that, I don't know, that's really kind of special. It's always really nice to see all your faces, and well, not faces, but you know, your screen names and everything. Lastly, I want to give a huge shout out to the folks who are supporting us over on Patreon. It's insane to me the level of generosity that some of you guys have. It baffles me every day to see that you guys are still like sticking with us and supporting us. Just in general, it means the world to me, and it's kind of hard to put into words. We don't deserve the support you guys give us, but we really do appreciate what you do for us. So I wanted to say a big thank you to you guys. But that's about it for now, guys. Just wanted to kind of share this video with you, and I hope you enjoyed checking it out. If you like the new setup, be sure to let me know. Leave a like in the comments if you're into this kind of video, so I know that you'd be interested in something like that in the future. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the day. Thanks for watching. Bye!